So sing it for real?
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want, man.
Alright, I'm gonna try. If it's weak, delete all of that shit. Alright. This is Eric Bellinger, you're tuned in to the lunch table with Nico Blitz at thelunchtabletalks.com. Yeah. No, anytime I'm writing for another artist, it's definitely me trying to channel their perspective. Chris Brown's a big one. Usher. One of the bigger joints I did with him was Let Me See. Justin Bieber I did Right Here, featuring Drake. Wrote a couple of the Drake bars too. I had a whole, whatever it was, 8-bar, 12-bar verse. And then when it came in, I was like waiting for it. And then it came in with the first couple lines, say we'll be fine, say we'll be fine, say we'll be together. And then after he keeps going, and then he switches it. And I was like, all right, well, I got a little bit, in there, so. You know what I mean? It's crazy that people like trip on the writing thing. It's like, it's all an art, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, they wasn't tripping. Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, like it didn't matter who did the song. It was all for the better of the record, whatever that meant. The thing was, my grandfather, Bobby Day, was a songwriter. He was an artist. Man, songs like Little Bitty Pretty One, Over and Over, Rockin' Robin. These are all songs that my grandfather wrote, and either he was the artist or they were written for, like I said, Jackson 5. You know, Michael Jackson, who's the greatest of all time, has sung my grandfather's song. So it's like, it's in my blood, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, if grandpa did it, I can do it too. And that's always been a thing, you know, like, being in the studio with him, I was blessed to have known him, not met him, known him and been in the studio, just sitting there, soaking it up. The writing thing is definitely what, got me my start and got me in the game and got people to pay attention and gave me a little bit more leverage when it was time for me to say, hey, I'm an artist, these are my songs, I've given you those records, now give mine a shot. My job as Eric Bellinger as a person is to be a light in the darkness. My job is, and my calling is to just show people who I am. My marriage, my son, my dedication to the music, my independent way of doing it, my entrepreneurship, my positivity in the music with glorifying women instead of calling them hoes and calling them bitches and all that kind of, it's like, there's other people that do that. Why not try to be the light at the end of the tunnel, So that is a reflection, I feel like, of the style as well. I dress how I feel, rather than what I think people might want. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I think they'll like this shirt. Or I think people will like these shoes, and until I figured that out, it was like, oh, it's about me because they want to know me, So then I started like, okay, cool. I'm a real relaxed guy. I like that shirt. I'll go get that shirt. I could go get that shirt. And sometimes it's gonna be like, damn, how much was that shirt though? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I don't wanna like every day like Givenchy, you know what I'm saying? Fendi, Prada. It's like, I want it to be me. I want you to know me. You know what I mean? So I can't necessarily get that. I can get this bag, you know what I'm saying? This backpack, you feel me? This shit is like, that shit is a car right there, you know what I'm saying? But my vibe is just chill. This is my own hat with my extendo strap. Like I got this, nobody's doing this. Nobody has an extendo strap like this in the front covering them, looking like, you feel me, Elvis Presley with a little bang right there, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, the things that I'm doing is like, I'd rather like be original and try to do something that's just wow. Me is relaxed, me is chill, me is vibe, me is cool, boom. Me is Cali. You know what I'm saying? So I might have some Chucks on, I might have some fitted jeans, I might have whatever it is. But today we in the islands, you know what I'm saying? We got the palm trees, we got the dolphins, you know, and that's the vibe of the new music. Term 2 is islands, term 2 is waves, term 2 is a relief of the crazy presidency that we have going right now. Everybody's rioting, Donald Trump, all this stuff. And I got Taylor Parks on there, who's crazy, up and coming artist. You got LA, who's crazy, up and coming artist. I got him on there. Term 2 is gonna definitely come out top of the year, you know, 2017, just so people know, like, I'm still here. Okay, aside from term 2, you got your favorite Christmas songs. So these are records that you've already heard. These are records that you're familiar with, that you've sang ever since you were a kid at the Christmas tree lot and you heard it playing. Except new beats, new R&B beats, new melodies, fresh sounds, but the same lyrics. You also got a Black Beatles cover that I just did. Still trying to get even. Haters mad for whatever reason. Smoke in the air, binge drinking. And we got the term 1, Eric B for President, term 1, acoustic. So I wanted to strip all of the music and the production away and make people, now that they like the songs, the guitar is gonna make them really focus on the feeling and what I'm saying and what I'm singing. They'll be able to hear me a little bit more instead of that crazy bass line or that snare that they love. Now it's stripped, it's raw, and it's Eric B for President, you know?
Let's say hypothetically you won the presidential elections.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the first thing you would say to the United States?
Oh, man. Finally. Finally, America, you have woke up and realized I have been the one that the Lord chose.